Caitlin, thank you. Just a little bit ago, the president responded to the strike on social media, calling it very weak. Iran's response, saying 13 of their 14 missiles were intercepted. Meanwhile, according to reports from NBC News, Iran's supreme leader said his country will not surrender to anyone's attack. NBC News is also getting reports citing a Qatari official that Iran gave the country a warning that it planned to strike American bases in the region.
New tonight, a former FBI agent is weighing in on national security in the wake of that escalating conflict. WXII 12's Joshua Davis joins us in studio now with a look at what could be happening behind the scenes to keep America safe. Joshua?
Well, Lindsay, former FBI agent Kyle Loven says anytime our country's in conflict with another, it's always a heightened time with respect to law enforcement, especially at the federal level.
We wanted to make sure we kept that flow of information operational and running.
Loven says national security is taking center stage in wake of the U.S. involvement in the Israel-Iranian conflict. He says agencies are likely racing to share intel and stay a step ahead of potential threats on U.S. soil, like during the days following 9/11.
There were command posts set up all across the country by the FBI, and that was to deal with the torrent of information that was coming in with respect to potential bad actors.
For agents, he says no amount of information is too small to protect our nation.
They're going to be out talking to their sources, talking to their confidential human sources, trying to gather as much intel, as much information as possible, in the hopes that maybe they'll get that one sliver of information that might turn into something actionable.
Elon political science professor Jason Husser says the next moves from Iran, and if it tries to retaliate again, will shape what happens next on the world stage.
We're at this moment where we are in many ways a holding pattern, waiting to see what Iran does next. The Pentagon and other administration sources are being very clear that they do not want to see this escalate, to see deeper U.S. involvement.
Loven urges the public not to jump to fear, saying there's no evidence of an immediate threat here at home.
The number one thing is we don't want people to panic. I mean, there is nothing imminent that's been reported as far as I know, open source reporting. So we want to make sure that people go about their lives.
Loven says a key thing you can do right now is just be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't seem right, don't wait to make a call to law enforcement. In studio, I'm Joshua Davis for WXII 12 News.